I hate birds. Yeah, I hate birds too. So I had this like really weird interaction because the other one was like in a pet store, so it's a little less weird because it's like, okay, well, it was in its like not natural habitat, but it was a semi-normal habitat. I was at work and I work in public sector, and I I have one of my coworkers comes up to me and they're like, hey, Kifé, there is this situation out front. And I'm like, what situation is it? Who do I have to hurt? And they're like, oh, there is
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
yeah. Yeah.
I come to talk with you again.
I'm getting sad all over again. I don't want to cry today. They're like, oh, like there's this bird out front and a bunch of kids are circling it, and I'm like, okay, I don't care about birds. And they're like, well, it's not like an outside bird, it's a pet bird. And I'm like, okay, where's its owner? And they're like, I don't know, I just know that it's not a native bird. And I go, okay. They say the name of the bird, I like, it instantly left my brain, but it was one of those like, I don't know, palm-sized green birds, and they have like the orange belly and stuff. Anyway, I like walk out front, and yeah, it's like, it's just chilling out front, and the front of the work building. No, I did not keep it. Hell no. The front of the work building, it's like a glass front, and so like I'm seeing it through the glass, and it's like kind of like hugging itself against the glass, and these like small children are surrounding it. And I was like, oh. And I like walk out with my other coworker, and this bird like literally goes and like runs over to me. Well, whatever birds do. It was like hopping. It was like oh, and hops over to me, and I like instinctually see that it's panicked, and I pick it up, and then I'm like, and realize what I did, and freak out a little bit, freeze. I'm holding this bird, and it like hides itself in my arms, and all the kids kind of like go like, oh man, and then they like leave, and I'm just holding this bird, and I'm like, okay, now what? And I tell my coworker to go grab a box so we could put it in it, and we can call like animal control. And it's like starting to nuzzle me and coo, and I was just like, Kifé the pirate. If I was a pirate, I would be semi-rich from stealing, and I'm not rich, and I don't steal. And I don't have a bird anymore, so. But this bird's like nuzzling me and shit, and I was like, that is insane. Please stop doing that. I know you're trying to be nice, but like, oh my god. And then it was funny because my coworker that went to get the box told me that I got blessed by the bird god, and then my other coworker was like, you've given it enough strength to continue its journey, and it legit like just goes and flies out of my hands forcefully and on top of the roof. And I'm like, birds that are pets, don't they have clipped wings? I'd cry and talk to it at the same time. Yeah, I was kind of like I was hyperventilating slightly because I have like fear, like it's a bedded fear. So it's now on the roof, and I'm like, oh no, it's got clipped wings, doesn't it? Also, where I live, the heat advisory said that it was gonna be 110 out, and like, I was like, oh my god, like I don't think a bird can handle 110 degrees. And so we call animal control, and they come. We told them it is on the roof, and they come out and they go, oops, it's on the roof, we can't go on the roof, that's a liability. And I'm like, We told you that! We told you where it was! Depends on the owner, but good ownership. Don't have them clipped. Oh, I don't know. Like, let me continue my story, and I feel like I might be right. Only 110. Look, it's wet heat. I can't tell you, like, wet heat at 110 is, like, really fucking hot. At least to me it is. I can't handle the heat. I know 110 for you is, like, child's play. But, like, later in the day, like, multiple times I go outside, like, on my breaks and stuff, to see if maybe the bird got down, because I feel so bad, right? Because it flew out of my hands, and I'm like, if this bird passes away, I'm gonna just, like, I'm gonna have a meltdown. And 110 for me is indeed child's play. That Fahrenheit, my dudes, and my gals. So, yeah. No, I don't want an ad right now. I want people to hear what I have to say. Okay. So, literally, I go and, like, I'm looking multiple times, and then all of a sudden, my one coworker who's, like, basically, like, my little brother, he, like, runs in, like, Kifé, I found the bird. And I'm like, oh shit. And I grab the box, and we go out back, and there's this, like, strange old man, and he's got the bird on his arm, and he turns and gives, like, the most creepy smile, and he goes, is this your bird? And I'm like, no, but, like, I'm so glad that you found it. And he's like, I found this bird. And I'm like, yeah, it's it's a pet. It has a ring around its leg. And he's like, oh yeah, is it your pet though? And I'm like, no, but we should probably put it in this box. And we put it in the box, and then he takes the box, and I'm like, what? It's his bird now. Yeah, like, I was like, sir, we gotta find the owner. I'm gonna call animal control. And he's like, yeah, call animal control. Call animal control. And then I call, and it says, sorry, we're closed. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I walked back, and I was like, he was like, I don't have the means to take care of a bird, but I do have this bird, and we've become very good friends. And I'm like, I don't have the means to take care of a bird either, but the person in my house can, so give me the bird. And he's just like, oh, hold on now. Let's talk about this. Like, let's communicate a little bit. And he's chatting with every single person he can possibly talk to avoid looking at me, who at this point looks like I'm gonna fucking kill him. And my fellow supervisor, which is a funny old man, comes out, and he's like, what's happening? And I'm like, oh, this guy has the bird. And he was like, oh, the bird that you've been freaking out about? And I'm like, yeah, the bird I've been freaking out about. And he goes, oh, do we know what the owner is? I'm like, no. He's like, oh, we should set it back into the wild then. I'm like, no, we're not releasing a pet into the wild. Sorry. And then the old man that's not my coworker is like, oh, it's a very nice bird. Have you seen him? Like, he's a beautiful bird. And I'm like, listen, buddy, you're gonna give me the bird. And he's like, yes, I will give you the bird, but I'm going to spend some more time with this bird. And this lady walks up, and she's like, I've seen birds like that. They're like $800 birds. And this guy goes, $800? I'm like, no. Are you kidding me right now? No. Leave the bird alone, please. He's like, $800 is a very fine price for a bird. And I'm like, yeah. And then my boss finally comes in, and I was like, hey boss, animal control's closed. we found the bird. This old guy has the bird. And she's like, is it the old guy with the blue shirt? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, he's a fucking asshole. And I was like, whoa. And she's like, I'm calling 911 actually. So she did. She calls 911 and she's like, I was told that I could do this. And they're like, what? And she's like, I was told that I can do this. Thank you, Gamazel. Thank you. I would have fought him. I would have lied to him. Creepy. I would have been, like, I work here. I found out. It's going on with me, and then kick him. Don't kick him. Beyond bot. Thank you. Yeah. And she goes, thank you for finding the bird, and she just takes the box like. Jesus Christ. Tell me any other way to say shut the fuck up. Holy shit. She takes the bird from the guy without even asking him. And he's like shell-shocked by this. And she goes, thank you for your service. And she like walks to her office and I'm like following behind. And he calls her by her first name and she turns around and he's like, I don't think you're being very nice to me. And she's like, I'm sorry you feel that way, and shuts the door on him. And I was like, this is great. And yeah, we called 911 over the bird and got in contact with animal control, and they came out and they grabbed the bird.